Good morning and welcome to the free daily coaching hangout. Your daily hangout for mindset, tech tips, and everything attraction marketing. We're here every morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Sit back or jump in. Either way, remember to have some fun. Here at freedailycoaching.com.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Bert Bledsoe here, and it is a fantastic Friday. We're here at the free daily coaching hangout that comes to you live every Monday through Friday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. Now, you can go to freedailycoaching.com, get registered, and come and join us live each morning. Or if you visit us over at freedailycoaching.com, you'll see also a replay button that actually allows you to access via our YouTube channel all of the back episodes of the free daily coaching call. Each and every day, we bring you a wide range of marketing skills, techniques, and strategies to share with you, from mindset to tech tips, really everything about attraction marketing. On Fridays, we get together and do what we like to call the Friday free-for-all. And this is free for all, meaning everyone can come over and join in the celebration. And Fridays are a day where we talk about the action steps that you took and the results that you got. Now, sometimes people are sharing about actions they took and got amazing results, and we're celebrating and cheering for that. And sometimes people table an idea, or bring to the table, if you will, some actions that they took that they didn't get the desired result that they were looking for. So that's what Friday Free for All is all about. Now, what we normally do is I welcome you and say good morning and welcome to some regulars that are here in the morning. And then I invite you to go ahead and raise your hand to come over, and I can select you and come over and participate in the Friday Free for All. So I'm going to go over and look at who's here this morning and say good morning and welcome while you're raising your hand to come over and share the action steps that you took today. Or this week. So let's say good morning and welcome to Whitman and Karen. Good morning, Angel. Great to see you. I haven't talked to you for a little bit, Angel. Good morning to Mr. Craig Kassler. Good morning, Roselle. Oh my gosh, I saw a picture of you that you put, and I couldn't believe it. When you typed in your age, that was astonishing to me. So congratulations, Throwback Thursday. You had some good pictures going. Christina Irvin is here. Good morning. Good morning, Jeannie Gizzo up in D-Rock City. She's up in Denver. We got Malia Holleran. Good morning. Good morning, Steve. Good morning, Phoenicia. Leanne, good morning to you. Mr. Mooney, sir, good morning. Sandra Nielsen, Larry, Chris, Elizabeth. Awesome. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Now, I've got a few hands raised. I'm looking for a few more, and I'm looking for people that took action this week. So give me 2 seconds. I literally forgot my coffee mug upstairs. I'm going to grab it. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to allow you to keep raising your hand if you want to come over. And I'm going to give you just a minute, and then I'm going to come over and grab some of you. And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to give you the opportunity. Boom, right there, and put in the chat. So there's the link. Come on over. I'm going to grab my coffee, and I'll be right back with you. All right. All right. No one came over. All right, we got a little delay going, but let's see who else we got. All right, I'm going to try to click you guys, and we'll see how that works. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. 4. Let's see who else we can bring. All right, let me look and see. I know there's a few other people. All right, so this morning what we're going to talk about is specific action that we took and then a result. Okay, so let's start with Mr. Len Mooney because he's right next door to me right here. He's just
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yep.
You got me? Okay, cool. Hey, so this is a short report this morning. Last week you made a suggestion to me that I change the call out on my Coffee with Len videos and the call to action and put it out on my fan page, and I did that. I took your suggestion, I changed the call to action, I put it on the fan page, and I don't have an overwhelmingly big result to report yet, but it's starting to get some traction. I'm starting to see people clicking on that and going and checking things out. So, awesome. Good idea, Bert. That's all I can say. Thank you. It was a good idea.
Hey, Len, how many videos a day would you say are you posting on average on your fan page?
The average is less than 2, more than 1.
Okay, so
some days I put 2 up.
I was going to tell you, if you want to see your reach get even, okay, so an experiment that, obviously I've been doing a lot of people right now are shooting videos, but native to Facebook, right? Uploading it like what we were talking about. So if you're wondering what Len's talking about, Len actually shoots a video every single morning, and when I say natively uploads it, what that means is Len is actually taking his raw video footage just like he would upload to. Just mute yourself, Steve. There you go. So what Len is doing is he's taking his video, and just like he would upload it to YouTube, instead of uploading it to YouTube and putting that YouTube link in Facebook, he's literally uploading it directly to Facebook. So the reason I wanted to share this next step with you, Len, is because I've been noticing it on my fan page. So on the days when I only post like 1 or 2 videos and then the rest of the content is just like posts, they're either just text or maybe a text and a picture, my videos are still like at least doubling, quadrupling, sometimes like sometimes 10 times the amount of exposure as those other posts. But what I've noticed is this: when I get that 10 times exposure and more, is when I'm posting videos consistently throughout the day. Like if I just post 1 or 2 videos in a day, I'll get like, compared to, like, let's say I do a post and I get 50 people, maybe 200 people will see the video. If I do videos like 3, 4, 5 videos in a day, all of a sudden the videos, instead of getting 200, they're getting like 800, 1,000 reach. So it's getting even bigger by just participating a little more. So you might consider, Len, doing maybe even if you don't want to be on camera all day and you just want to shoot the Coffee with Len, you could always do like screen share videos. You might consider throwing up, even if they're just 30-second quickies, a few more videos in the day, and that will increase the overall reach that you're getting, thereby really increasing the reach on the video that you actually want people to see the most of.
That's a good idea. And when I first started doing Coffee with Len, it was an experiment. And I'm going somewhere with this. Give me about 20 seconds. It was an experiment, and I was just putting them up on my personal page. I didn't put them on my fan page in the beginning. So I probably have 50 or 60 videos already sitting there that have never been up on my fan page that I could repurpose very, very quickly and put them out there. So that's a great idea.
There you go. You could and you could go do it like one morning. Like you could go just grab a cup of coffee, after your Coffee with Len. Right? Grab a cup of coffee after Coffee with Len, just fill up your cup and just sit down and just schedule it out, and you could have 3 or 4 going out a day.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, it will take you a little bit because you're going to upload all those videos, but it'll be worth the time to do it in one day, because over, what you could do in in an hour will be like 2 days worth of 2 or 3 days of video going out for you. So great job.
It's a great idea.
That was that was really that was a perfect example, Len, this morning of literally of something that it just was coincidentally, it was something that we talked about here. It could have been you know what I mean? It could have been anywhere that you got a good tip and you started implementing it. But what a great example of how you implemented it, and now, you made a key point was, hey, it hasn't got the exact desired effect yet, but there's time involved in this process as well. So,
right, yeah.
All right, let's jump over to.
Hey, Mark, I have company here this morning, so I'm going to mute myself, and I'm going to still be on, but I'll be off camera.
All right, have a good morning. Thanks for sharing, Len.
Mute me on. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we'll mute you out. There you go. All right, let's jump over to Christina. So we'll go Christina, then we'll jump back over to Leanne, and then we'll go Christina, Leanne, and then we'll jump all the way over to Malia. Can you guys tell that I'm in like cartoon mode, or is it just only I see it?
Yeah, I gotta be honest. It's really hurting my eyes.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
You want me to do something else?
That's much better. You look like a green hoodie with a hand moving. I couldn't even see your head.
How about this? How about sepia?
That's better than it was.
It's like I feel like if I wore like an old-fashioned hat or like a ruffly shirt, and I could get like a musket and take a picture, like, right, with like a Daniel Boone hat, with like some kind of fur hanging off me or something, and a rifle. Then I'll send it to Brian McDaniel.
I was just gonna say you're gonna send it to Brian.
I'm gonna get a buckskin outfit and like a raccoon cap with a tail hanging off of it, like a fox tail or something, and then and a big rifle, and then I'm gonna send it to Brian.
Good old Rocky Top, baby.
Right. All right. So talk to us, Christina. It seems like I haven't talked to you in a few days. What's going down? What's shaking down there?
Yeah, I've been at work, but I'm so glad to be here, guys. Good morning. I miss you guys when I'm not able to be live. So what I've been doing, it's kind of funny that what Lynn said, is repurposing old stuff. Now I'm starting to understand what it's like to have, old content kind of backed up. So I've been kind of going into some groups, of course on Google+, and looking for people talking about troubles they're having, and asking them if they're open to a little bit of help. I've got some content on that, and shooting them over the link to it or whatever. Getting some new leads that way.
Boom. Easy breezy, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many? What's your goal? Right now? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to get like 5 a day, 10 a day? Do you have a specific goal when you're going out there to do that?
Yeah, I happened upon it, so I didn't have a goal, but I think now that I can reasonably get 5 a day on that.
Nice. That's a sweet little bonus like pool of people, and the cool part about it is since it's a different platform, a lot of times you run into like a whole new, it's funny I'm going to use this word, but you run into whole new circles, right, of people.
Yep.
And so then it's like, and for a lack of a better term, right, it's like fresh blood, or like, you know what I mean? It's like revitalizing your business and your enterprise, your journey, because now you're not like recycling through the 27 people that you've already talked about that Len knows, and Malia, already worked with them 4 years ago, and you know what I mean? And they were in 27 other opportunities. Now you're all of a sudden you're like tapping in. It's like all of a sudden you went to like the rival high school or something, and you're like, hey, what's up? And it's like a whole different group of kids.
Yeah, totally.
That's really cool. I'd like to see. I bet over time it could just replace. I mean, it doesn't have to replace, but I bet you if you continually do it consistently and actually monitor what you're doing, right? This is the key part, Christina. I was listening to a call last night. I had the opportunity to be on a call with Lisa Grossman last night, and she was talking about this. Is a lot of times people have success, and they just they go and they rock it. They do something and they go and do it. They're so focused on what they're doing that they just do it, right? And then when they get to the point where they're like, okay, I did it, then people are like, well, how did you do it? They're like,
I don't know.
I did it. Did you see it? Right? And the reason is because they were so focused that they they just went and did the actions. Like what you're doing, you're just going and doing it. Like you didn't have a goal or anything. You're just like, oh, I just happened on it, and then you just did it, right? So a key part of this for you, I think, to help yourself and save a bunch of time and effort is to start, like, just journal about the process, right? However you can write it, because I'm not the greatest like writing instructor because I don't like to write. I just have like massive note sheets, right? So if you could journal about it, or you could write down the process that you're going through, and check this out, not just this process, not just the click, click, click and what you're doing here, okay? But this process as well that's accompanying why you're doing it, like what you're thinking about.
Yeah,
like what you're thinking about why you're going to do what you're going to do, like what that thought process is behind it. If you record all of that for yourself so that later you can, check this out, this is something I learned from Diane Hockman and Lisa Grossman, then you can go and codify it, then you can teach it in a way that some other people may be able to hear it that they wouldn't have been able to hear it before. So, like, I teach in a certain style, right? And I'm kind of like freestyle. Sometimes I'm like willy-nilly all over the place, right? So, because of that, because that's how I am, that doesn't always lend itself to be able to teach people that are a little bit more organized and need it to be more defined, right? And for myself, for me to get more productive and get the momentum, I needed to be more focused. So, I'm codified, check this out, I codified what I had learned to do. I had to do what Lisa talked about last night, and what I'm trying to tell you, do it in the process. And they told me, check this out, this is important, Christina. They told me to record it a long time ago while I was doing it, and I didn't listen to them. And by not doing that, this is what I had to do. I got to a place where I had achieved a level of success. I had done a few things, right? I had done a couple accomplishments, and people are like, okay, what did you do? And I was like, oh, I have to explain it. And I was like, I didn't know how, I didn't have like the words to explain it, right? I didn't have it codified, I just did it. So I had to go back and codify it, and that's how the 555 method came about, right? Because the 555 method is really a compilation of all these other people's ideas that I went out and implemented and that worked, right? Mm-hmm. And then when I tried to explain it to people, everyone was like, I don't get it. So I had to like chunk it down and make it into a formula, right, to give it to them. So if you can start codifying what you're doing, it's going to be a massive help to the people that you're showing how to use that platform.
That's good stuff, Bert. Thank you. I'll do that.
Yeah, I mean, literally, they told me, they're like, what? My wife was like, you should be making like a video diary every day. You know what I mean? And people were telling me, like, when I was doing, like, during different times, you know, if you notice, like, business goes for me like in boosts. Like I go on a little run and then I plateau out and help all these people to get going. And then I go on another run and then I plateau, right? It's like a stairway. And every time I like hit a new step, people are like, dude, you should be recording this and sharing and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah. And then I get so like busy, you know what I mean? I get all off track and I don't codify it. And then this is what happens. You have to then take time later, because then you have to stop doing what you're doing to go back and codify it, and that takes time.
And you lose a lot because you don't think you're not keeping up with what you're
right, because you're not doing the
yeah.
Exactly. So just add it into your mix. Just start journaling about what you're doing 5 minutes after it, or before you go to bed, or shoot a little unlisted video, or a video that you're just keeping on your computer desktop for right now. That's like cataloging what it is you're doing.
That's good
hey,
stuff.
Today I tried this new thing and it worked, and this is what it was. Don't worry about the timing or when it's going to be released or any of that. Just keep a record of it so you know exactly what it is that you were doing, so that you can then show someone else. That's it. Because check this out, some of it will be crap in 3 months or a month when you get back to it, when you go to share it. Some of it will not be relevant. But a lot of it, most of it, will probably, the majority of it will be relevant. Because a lot of it is the mindset behind what you're doing. It's not the clickety click clicks that really matter. It's the mindset behind the actions that you're taking. Because someone else could take the same actions that you're taking, Christina, on a different platform and get the same result. right? Because I'm doing the same thing as you on Facebook, and I'm getting that result. You're just doing a different platform. Some other people are using Twitter, and they're getting the same result. Some people use Craigslist. Some people use what's the
Pinterest.
Yeah, Pinterest and Instagram. I couldn't think of those.
Yeah, I'm just
so there's all different platforms.
I'm just using a combination of your 555 and Diane's activation thing on Google.
That's it, because the 555 is a combination. It's like part of what Diane does with my twist and a little bit of this tool that I learned from someone else. And check this out. The reason that I do it that way is because it works that way for me. That's it. It's just that simple. If it doesn't, like, if you're going and applying a method and it's just, and you're actually doing it, step by step, verbatim, like absolutely, you've talked to the person that's doing the method, they've shown you, like you're actually really doing it and it's not working, then you adapt, right? Or you do something and it works so good that when you're doing it, over time you start to want, because it's working, you can keep doing it and then you can add a little boop, right? You know how when you first learn to dance, you're like do 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 do, and then pretty soon you can throw in like a little do 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 boop boop, right? And then you're back to here, and then you can throw in like a little handshake, and then maybe like little foot kicks, right? Well, how? But when you first start, it's just like 1 2 3 1 2 3, right? So you start adding your own flair, either because it's working and you're adding like a little piece of you into it, or because you're like, oh, this is not, like, however I'm doing it, this is not getting the result that I want, I'm going to need to adjust. And you do something else. You do it in a different way. That's it. Like, check this out. I don't use Twitter as a platform. I'm just being open. Because it's, like, confusing to me. I haven't used it enough to, like, really know what I'm doing or understand how to really maximize that platform. Right? So, because of that, that's not my primary, I don't focus over there. Just that simple. So good, excellent content to bring to the table this morning, Christina. Thank you. You guys are getting me pumped up this morning. I'm all riled up. All right, let's try to jump into Leanne. She was like on and off and bouncing around, so we don't know if, can you hear us, Leanne?
Yeah.
All right.
My sound was a little choppy and it would sound like a robot or something, so I refreshed my browser.
Cool. Okay, so action steps this week that you took, an action step, and then a result you got.
So I was following, or I have been following, a combination of Diane and you and my own little twist on it, and as far as so basically, I've been connecting with people on Facebook and building my list, and I'm up to, I think, 47 people this week. So I was going for 5 leads a day, and now I'm going for 10. And last night I got 16 leads.
Nice. All right, so there you go. Way to go. Way to crush it. Way to just go out. And so here's the deal. We're always going to come back to this. She did the collecting. She did the capturing. Okay, because she captured the leads. Now there's just the next step. The next 2 steps is communicate and close, right? And check this out. If she takes the 5th C, right, the consistency, and actually continues to do this, imagine what that looks like if sustained. 15 new emails coming in every single day. At the end of a month, that's 450 new people that you're communicating with. Let's just say that 50 of them drop off, and you have 400 a month. What does that look like at the end of a year? You're almost 5,000 people on your list. That's powerful. And if you're doing it this way, what happens is, this is what happens exponentially when things start to happen exponentially once you have momentum. Right? When you don't have any momentum, you're just doing things like it's like you're just doing things one at a time. But once you start the snowball rolling, you have some inertia, you have some momentum behind you, then things start going a little bit faster. You get to pick up some speed. And what happens when Leanne starts going 15 a day like it's no big deal, it's not hard for her, that momentum, to all of a sudden turn into 20 or 25 or 30. And now all of a sudden she's doubled her lead intake a day. what does that look like in her business? Well, now she has twice as many people to communicate with and to close them on an offer. And if she does that consistently, that there's just no way that you can't succeed if you do this consistently. If you're doing it for the right reason, if you're going out and sharing what it is that's helped you and where you're finding results and the tools and services and products that you're using. That's it. It's just life, guys. Right? Like, if I go and tell you, like, what's my favorite computer, everyone knows I'm a Mac guy, right? So if I'm going to recommend something, I'm going to be like, yeah, you should go get a Mac. I'm not going to tell you to go get the new Mekale Chalaha, that little commercial. Have you guys seen that commercial? That song is stuck in my head, right? With the little bum ba dum bum bum ba Mekache Chalaga, right? And that's it. Why do I tell people about Mac? Because I like it, because it worked. It was easy, right? I tell people about this microphone. Yeah, I've told them about it. Why? Because it was inexpensive and it's a great microphone, right? When I tell you about the coffee, I love Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Do I tell? Yeah, I talk. I take pictures every time I'm at a Dunkin' Donuts, right? I'm like pitching their coffee. It's the same thing, guys. When you really believe in stuff and you like it, then it's no big deal to just tell people, like, this is what I use. If you want to use it, here it is. You know, jump on it. All right. I am fired up this morning.
What
All right,
was
go
that
ahead,
song
Malia.
back in the day? Jump on it.
I know, that's what I was thinking about. Jump on it. Jump on it. Remember? Jam on it.
Jam on it, yeah.
Jam on it. Jam on it. Okay, I found another song, Malia, before we jump over to you. I found this other song from back in the day, and even my cousin finally remembered it. It was, I forget the name of the group. Oh, it's the Dream Team. Remember that group that was like, ladies and gentlemen. The dream team is in the house. In the house. Okay, so they sang another song that was like, there was this lady in the background that sang, and it was like, Rock Berry, and then she was like, jam, 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 jam. And I was going to use that for the jam sessions, but it was like so obscure that like no one even knew what I was talking about.
Yeah, if you weren't cool back in the day, you didn't know that.
I mean, seriously,
Yeah.
that was a rockin' song back in the day.
Yeah, that was
Anyways, that was a side note. So if you're watching on Google Plus or YouTube and you're wondering, it's Friday, okay? It's a free-for-all. It's a little loosey-goosey this morning. All right, Malia, talk to us about some action and some results.
Good morning. So, Leanne focused on collect and capture, and I focused on communicating and closing. So, I had a really, really good time this week communicating with my list and with my audience, and had great conversations on the phone and on Skype, and a lot of my calls to action this week were call me, let's do a consultation, give me a call, I'm here if you need me, and people actually do call. So I've been having a lot of phone conversations, and so we'll see the result. I anticipate a sign up today, but regardless of whether she signs up or not, just having great conversations with people and being able to really hear where people are struggling and what the hiccups are, I think is really valuable to me, because I'm creating content, and what I think is challenging is really not the same as what people are really struggling with. So I appreciate those conversations.
Absolutely. Well, I think that it's huge that we can show that everyone is in a different place, and like it shows like the cycle of business. And I want to, Malia was on the communicate and close, and other people are on the collect and capture end. And if Duncan's, and when I brought in that fifth C and I said, hey, what if we do this consistently? It can really change the way your business looks. So I want to have an opportunity, and I don't know, I try not to, and maybe I do, and I don't notice it. And if I do, I would love if you guys just tell me, just someone call me and say, stop being a tool bag, Bert. Like, just stop it if I do. But I want to share a story with you about what occurred in my business this week, so I can show you how, if done consistently, these 5 C's, right, or the other 4 C's, if done consistently, can be super powerful. And I want to show you with an example that happened in my business this week. I know we're going a little bit over, so if you want me to do that, tell me in the chat, say yes. If you're on the panel, raise your hand or say yes so I know, and we'll go over it in just a few minutes. I'll tell the story. If not, and we want to skip over it, we can skip over it and we can tell the stories on another time.
It's Friday. Let us have it.
All right. Christina's in. Len said he's in. He's muted, but he's in.
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
That
Len.
Dunkin' Donuts double caffeine coffee this morning's got you going.
I know, right? I'm with you. Okay, I don't know.
I think we have the same cups, so I feel even more connected.
What?
Yeah.
Are they're like bluish, kind of?
Mine are, yeah. Well, mine are green. You're in sepia, so I can't tell.
Oh, yeah, mine are a little bluer. Here, I'll put it on normal. But they are like the same type.
Yeah, we must go. Oh, yours are blue. Mine are green.
But they're like the same with like the little brown thing on the top. Do you have like the plates and the bowls like this too?
I do.
And are the bowls like kind of wide but not very deep? Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Cheers.
So we're more connected. It's like we're at the same table.
It's like we're eating it from the same table. It's like on Thanksgiving, you're like, Pat, we should do a video where like this, like take the plate and pass it through the window, and then you grab yours and put it down. That'll be fun. It'll be like a little,
You got to go through your videos.
Oh, look, Len has it too.
Oh, Lynn has it too. How funny!
I have to be part of the team. I had to go get one.
Check this out. Watch. Check this out. If I go like this, and I put the cup over here, and then Malia grabs it off of her head. If I put it down like this, and Malia, you got to start grabbing it like this off your head.
But it's not up here.
Yeah, we'll put it up there.
Put it up there.
I mean, come on, you got to play the game here, and then you're gonna hand it. When I hand it down to you, then you hand it over to Len. There you go. Boom. Now you pass it over to Len. Pass it over to Len. Which way's Len? There you go. Grab it, Len.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Oh, no, that was me, y'all.
Okay, guys. We just showed you the most magical trick. How literally we passed a cup from Colorado Springs to San Diego all the way down to south of the border. Okay, we're going international magic tricks here. Okay, guys, that's how we do it. I'm just saying. We're crossing international borders. Okay, let's see. They say yes, 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 yes. Me too. Have enough problems with my eyes. Okay, love it. All right. Okay, so here's where I want to show you guys that's something that's really, really fun. If you're doing all 5 of the C's or all of the 4 C's consistently. So what does that look like? Well, it means that you have to be always collecting. Okay? Collecting is not capturing. Capturing is actually asking for and getting the contact information, right? So the first step is collecting. So what collecting is really doing is like, it's like fishing almost, right? It's like you're out there, it's like you're foraging. You're like exploring. You're like Dora the Explorer, like doo-doo-doo, right? You're like looking over like the Blue Mountain and stuff, and you're like, you know, like running around. Why? Because you got to find different pools or lakes or whatever your imagination imagines, groups, right? Hubs of people. So that's what the collecting is. So where can you collect people? Well, Christina collects people in different circles on Google+. I like to find collections of people on Facebook. Malia does a lot of collecting of people face-to-face because she does a lot of networking events in her local community. So there's a lot of different ways and places to go and collect, right? Then the next portion is capture. So I'm out there all the time and I'm collecting. I'm collecting in a bunch of different ways. With a blog, having a daily hangout, I'm doing videos and uploading them both to YouTube and natively to Facebook, like I mentioned to Len. All of the YouTube stuff automatically gets posted to my Google+, so that's done. I then am a member of various different groups that other people have created that I participate in on a regular basis to meet new people. as well as something that I never expected. I created a group for free daily coaching for the call so that we could communicate, and like on days when there was glitches and stuff, we could all be in the same place. And what happened was people started inviting their friends into that group, and more people, and then people on Facebook started looking for it, and so it's become a great place to go out and connect with other people. There's people in the group that don't even come to the Hangouts that you could just go meet. They're just part of the group, right? So I figured out that I needed to collect on a regular basis, and I created a system, a format that I do now on a regular basis to collect and capture people, and then communicate and close. So like the communication. So I want you to see that I've been collecting. Now, on Wednesday night, let me give you a great example. On Wednesday night, I happened to be on a webinar with a bunch of other leaders, with a bunch of other marketers. So that was another night where I was able to collect. I was able to go and collect a bunch of people because I was all in front of a big, huge captive audience, right? During that time, I got, I don't know how many different follows and friend requests and all different people looking around and checking me out and all that kind of stuff, right? So more connecting, more collecting, right? Now I can reach out to those people that connected with me and that I've collected from these methods and capture them, which I did, and added them to my newsletter. And I want to show you how powerful these methods are because I started doing one of the methods that Diane does and start networking with other people. And because of the fact that I've been serving and going out and being of service and helping other people, I now get tagged in stuff, right? As you guys have seen, Bob Miller does a lot of gratitude posts. I'll get tagged with a Bob Miller post, and I'll be tagged next to someone like Ray Higdon, for example, okay? Or Doug Firebar, or Diane Hockman, or Lisa Grossman, or any one of a number of different leaders. Well, what happens is all of a sudden all the people that are following them see your name popping up all the time in their stuff. Imagine this. If you're always commenting and always part of conversations, people are like, wow, that person's always a part of that, right? Specifically, I want to show you how this works because I've been generating leads all week, just like Leanne, just like Christina, by using these methods, okay? So that part is on the front end. I've been collecting and I've been capturing. I want to show you how the close and communication part works as well. On my blog on bertbledsoe.com, if you enter your information at bertbledsoe.com to get my newsletter, it tells me, hey, that came from your blog form, right? So I know that they visited my website. The telephone number is optional on that form. So if anyone leaves their phone number, there's a good chance that they want me to call them. I had 2 phone numbers since Wednesday night that were left in my blog. Yesterday, I simply called those 2 phone numbers. One I left a voice message on. The second one was the person that actually went to my blog. Can you imagine their response when I was like, hi, it's Bert Bledsoe? Not because I'm Bert Bledsoe, and that means anything. The reason is because they went to bertbledsoe.com. They went to a website where it was like a picture of me, like, hi, I'm Bert. Look at my stuff. Right? And they put their name in and their phone number, and then guess what? The guy from the website called them. You know how many people don't ever get called back? So they were like hugely surprised, right? So now I'm communicating with this person. They talked to me. I asked them a few questions. I literally just asked, hey, how'd you find me? Specifically, this person said, hey, I saw that you were tagged in all these posts from other leaders, and I started following you and we connected. Boom. And I went to your website. That was it. That was the process, right? So in this communication, I'm talking to her. She asked me, I ask her what she's doing. I tell her what I do, which is help other people to build their business. That's what I do, right? Because she had already told me about what company she was working with and what she was trying to do. And I was like, well, that sounds great. That's kind of like what I do. And then she asked, well, do you use certain tools or anything, and what do you do? And I said, yeah, I actually use one specific platform that has everything I need all in one. That's why I love it so much. It can be that easy, guys, right? I'm now communicating with her. I'm telling her about the platform. That simple. Hey, I'd love to get started maybe around the end of the month. hey, guess what? We have a 10-day trial that'll get you almost to the end of the month. It's only $10. Why don't we get you started on that, get your system set up, get you rolling, give you basically a 10-day test drive. If I don't give you everything I told you and promised within those 10 days, then don't come on for the full thing. But what I'm guessing is, guess what? This is what I'm guessing. I'm guessing that what I'm going to give you in the next 10 days is going to be so phenomenal that you're going to want to upgrade before the 10 days is even over. Yeah, that sounds great. Click, clack, send me a link. Got a new sign up.
Boom, baby.
Now, check this out. This is another part of it, the integral part. Now I do the follow-up. Now the follow-up is in helping that new client. The follow-up is now making sure the client is set up. The follow-up is now plugging those people into the community that we've created here so that they know that there's other people here that are doing it, so that they know that there's other entrepreneurs out there that are working together to make it happen, right? So now they feel loved, they feel supported because they are, right? Because when you come to Free Daily Coaching, you get that. You get that support. You know that you're never alone. There's almost no day of the week that you can't post in Free Daily Coaching that someone will answer your question. Has anyone ever posted in there and not gotten some kind of response? No. Because there's someone up. There's someone always around. I mean, geesh, Malia gets up before the sun comes up. So, like, you could just be going to bed and have a question before bed and just go, hey, Malia, what's up? And she'll just be like, oh, I'm just getting up. Hold on, let me answer that for you. Right? It's powerful, guys, when you do it all together. So why did I want to show you that? Because literally and I'm not saying that this person isn't a person or not valid. I'm saying a random person saw my stuff, saw me tagged with stuff, started checking me out, put their phone number. All I did was simply call them, ask them what they were looking for, what they were trying to build. I looked and see, do I have something that could help them in their business? The answer was yes. They asked. I showed it to them and then said, hey, why don't you go ahead and grab it? This is what I give you if you do actually decide to go ahead and make this commitment, right? You get Friends of Free Daily Coaching. You get system setup with me. You get to hang out with Malia and Christina and Leanne and Len and Roselle and Karen and Chris and all the cool kids, right? Like, that's part of the intrigue and part of the offer to those people. Right? So that's it. I want to show you that you can do all four. So check this out. So was I able to collect this week? Absolutely. I was doing that. I was also capturing, right? In addition to that, we've been doing this email throwdown, and I'm just keep on doing it, right? To try to keep on emailing on a regular basis. So I'm communicating with all of my people, all of them. And in addition to that, I'm reaching out to the people that are reaching out to me, right? I'm reaching out to people that are reaching out to me, people that are interested in me, that I see are checking me out and stuff. I'm reaching out to them and saying hello, showing them that I'm noticing them, right? And that's it. I'm just communicating with those people, and then I'm giving them offers. That's it. And I'm giving them offers. And people are taking me up on offers. Why? Because they find value there. Do I know that Christina has value? Absolutely. Do I know that Leanne has value to give to people? Absolutely. Does Len have value to share with people? I know it 100%. How about Malia? There's no doubt in my mind that absolutely 100% Malia's got value. If you're watching this video right now, if you're on Google Plus watching this, if you're on YouTube watching this, maybe you're here live, you have value to share with other people. And there's other people right now that are looking for what it is that you have to offer them. So you need to go out and collect some people. You need to capture their information so that you have permission to now communicate with them on a regular basis, give them some offers, show them what you're doing, and close a few sales. Doesn't mean you have to start selling them everything all the time, guys, right away. There's a process, there's some timing, and we go into that in a lot of different other sessions, right, a lot of other calls. So I wanted to show you guys that it can all be happening, and this is why it's happening. This is why. I'm going to wrap it all up in a nice pretty bow for you. Because of the consistency, when I was where Christina's at, where she was doing the when she was doing a little freestyle hip-hop music beatbox that wasn't good on an open mic night, right? That's what I just did. When Christina's out collecting and capturing. I've been in the place where I was collecting and capturing and I was just starting the communication process, so I hadn't got to the close. Check this out. You have to get through all of those steps, and you have to do it consistently, regularly enough that time has expired enough, whether it's a 24 hours or 24 days or 24 months. That's the person on, that's your audience, that's their timetable, that's not yours, right? So if you're doing this consistently, then what happens is time expires and it's people's time. That's just what happens. Your list is building up, and then the number of people that you're communicating with, and different people, it's their time to come and work with you. It's their time that they're ready to be with you, right? Eric Worre talks about this. So when you do these 4 steps and you do it consistently over time, what happens, this is how it's on autopilot, guys and gals. When you do it consistently over time, it just starts happening, right? It just starts happening where people are attracted to you, and now instead of you just having to go out, they're coming to you too. Imagine how much easier it is when they come to you and they're like, hey, Christina, I've seen you've been tagged by all these people. Looks like you're pretty awesome. What do you do? And you're like, yeah, I just be awesome and help people like you. What do you need help with? And they're like, oh, can you help me do this? And you're like, yeah, I can totally help you with that. They're like, wow, thank you so much. And you're like, yeah, no problem. Oh, that's how it happens. When it's done consistently, that's literally how it happens. And it happens over and 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 over, because if you're doing a business of service, if you're providing value to your customers, to your clients, to the people that you're working with, they're going to go out and tell other people about that, and they're going to want to work with you more, and they're going to want to share about you more because you gave them the tools required for them to have success. That's the story. And the reason I wanted to, okay, so the reason I want to tell you guys that story is because having an amazing week of lead generation, people signing up as like members of the opportunity that I'm promoting right now, and in addition to that, having multiple coaching clients come on board. Right? All of that can happen all at the same time if you continue to do it consistently. The problem is you can't quit when you're at steps 1 and 2, collect and capture, right? You can't quit at step 3 when you're just starting to communicate because you haven't closed yet. You got to keep on going. Refine the process until it becomes smooth. It's not, you know, it doesn't become smooth until you do it over and over and over and over and over again. So that's it. That's the free daily coaching week. I want to check with everyone on Monday, and I'll remind everyone in the group, and see if you get a reminder email for the Hangout, and make sure that the reminders are still working from week to week. So on Monday, I'll touch base with you. Do you have any last moment quick thoughts from the panel?
Nope. Thanks for the call. Good day, Bert.
Thank you, Len. Have a good day, buddy.
Yeah, this was a great call. Start calling people back, because I'm feeling the same experience with, calling people back and getting further with the leads.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm going to go. Bye.
All right, see you later, Len. All right, Malia's got nothing to say for goodbye.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye for now.
Have a great weekend, guys. We'll see you guys on Monday morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you here.
Bye.
Bye.